We're talking with Cliff
Hall.
At State Bank, and he got into banking by accident. What's the story, Cliff?
Well, after high school, I joined the Marine Corps. Was in the Marine Corps for 6 years, 7 months, 6 days. Got out in '78. I came here to go to the University of Utah for a criminal justice degree. I was going to go to law school and ended up meeting my wife. 1981, got married. Then got talked into law enforcement. So I did 22 years state of Utah law enforcement. Retired here. I was at South Salt Lake PD, Midvale PD, and the State Fugitive Task Force. 12 years bringing the escapees back from the prison. After that, I got called by Homeland Security after 9/11 to do the airport. So I was a coach trainer going from Baltimore, JFK, Pittsburgh, you name it. I was on the road 4 years doing that. When I came back to Salt Lake to do that airport, and the CEO from Washington Mutual Bank liked what he saw and asked me to come down and interview with him. He was coming into town and was going to be there for a couple of weeks. We had, at the time, we had Joe Namath going through the checkpoint, and one of the screeners took his trophy rings out of the boxes, almost gave him a heart attack. So I had to go in there and get that all put back and tell the screener, hey, no. You know, you saw it on the x-ray, you didn't need to do this. And the screener was good, but I want to check it out. And I said, no. You knew what it was. And you got to remember that these people are traveling, you know, and that they're paying our salary. Treat them like they're your mother, your brother, your sister, or your aunt. You know, they've got to go through the inspection, but don't make it worse than it has to be. And the CEO of Washington Mutual Bank saw that, and he came back to the checkpoint and said, hey, I like you. And he offered me a job with banking, and I'm thinking, security banking, I don't know anything about banking. I really didn't. And I said, well, what do you have in mind? He said, just come down to 4th South, 4th East, up in Salt Lake, and we want to see, you know, and make this offer and see if you might be a great fit. So I did, and he talked about business development, and I'm thinking, I'm a duck out of water here. I really am. And he says, well, think about it. I'm going to write a figure on a piece of paper and give it to you, and you go home and talk it with your wife. And he did that, and I took it over. My wife says, if you don't, you're nuts. She said, I've married the wrong guy. Something's wrong. Got a link missing in your chain or something. So I took the job, and after that, it's been uphill. I think I did $600,000 in business lending within the first 3 months there. Ended up getting recruited by other banks until I got down here, and my wife got moved down here by her company, U First Credit Union, to take over this branch, and so I got a job with State Bank of Southern Utah. Yeah.
What a story.
Yeah, so it's been interesting. It's been a very unique ride, you know.
So as we wrap it up, Clifford, are you happy?
You know, it's really been a great job. You know, going from that to law enforcement was such a difference. You know, it's always hostile. You always have I had like 22, 23 calls a day at South Salt Lake, some domestic, some, you know, other violences. So the atmosphere was so rewarding. It really was in banking. I was just shocked. Not used to it. And then, so I really got into it. I loved it. I really loved that stuff. But,
now, Clifford, I know you're involved in something else, and at another time, I'd like to get that story and hear the rest of the story.
You got it.
This is Clifford Hall, and he's given us a great insight to his career. Thank you, Clifford.
You bet.